recap. And what happened? Did you check with others why they didn't join? Is there still confusion that there is no class for them? Is it like that? I put the message also in the group. Okay. So group leaders can keep a track on why they are not coming. Okay. If there is anything, I will ask. I will check the group leaders. Clear? Okay. So you can just put a message to them why they are not coming. Is there any reason? Especially, I feel one person. Who is that? Naveen. He is in group. Whose group? Naveen.
My group.
Okay. He used to attend other classes.
Yes, ma'am.
But Naveen, I have not seen him. I think yesterday also, I mean the previous day also, today also he didn't come. Then another one person who's that? Amal Roshan. Amal Roshan, is he economics? Abhilash, any idea?
And I think he is.
He is. Okay. Whether he is attending other classes?
Yes, ma'am. Not any periods like after 110 today.
Okay, but the previous also he didn't come. That's what I'm asking. Okay. Yeah. So we'll just start with, okay, before that one more, I'll give you few terms. What do you do? Just differentiate whether, or just write it down. You write the topic qualitative data, quantitative data. Below that, you write down all these things. So few terms will be given. You have to classify whether it is a qualitative, whether it will come under qualitative or whether it will come under quantitative data. Okay. So few terms, write it down. Height, appearance, flavor, height, appearance, flavor. Then price, price, beauty, weight, income, income earned, intelligence, ability to sing. This classify into a quantity, whether this will come under qualitative data or whether this will come under quantitative data. Just write it down, mention. If anybody joined late, anything else? Anything is remaining now? Just see what I missed.
ability to sing,
Yes. Then
price,
what is that? Price. Yeah.
price,
Then all are there. Yes. Nothing I missed out. Okay. So those who have joined late, please classify this into qualitative data and quantitative data. I hope many of you have finished. Okay, Pranav, can you tell
Height is qualitative.
height is qualitative or quantitative? Okay, do one thing. First, you tell about qualitative. So don't tell anything about quantity. Oh, sorry. Once if I wrote, then it will be a problem. Okay, quality. I will not comment anything. You just go, you just tell. Okay. Okay, where is it, Pranav?
Height,
Quality. Okay, then.
appearance, beauty,
Okay. Hmm.
intelligence, ability
Okay.
to sing.
Ability to?
Sing.
Okay. Okay. What about Abhilash?
ma'am. For quality, appearance, flavor, beauty, and ability to sing.
Okay. Vinay?
Appearance, flavor,
Hmm.
beauty, intelligence, ability to sing.
Okay. So Pranav told that height. Why can't we include height in the quality? Krishna Kanti, can you tell?
Ma'am, height is measured.
Height can be measured, so we can put that in the quantitative measure. But sometimes you can see it can be considered as a quality also, because you can say you can take shortest, or according to that also we can classify. Even the temperature, the word temperature. Okay. That also you can consider as quality and quantity, because that temperature can be measured in degree, and at the same time it can be compared also. I mean hottest or something like that also comparison we can do. Okay, now what all things will come under quantitative? Akshay, can you tell? Quantitative.
uh,
Yeah.
height,
Huh.
weight,
Huh.
price,
Okay.
income.
In command, all these will come under quantitative. Okay, so just a simple exercise for you to know what comes under qualitative and what comes under quantitative here. Now, before that, I told what do you mean by statistics, or how it helps in the economics. Can you just tell what do you mean by that? Or what is the statistics? Some definition I gave you. What is that? Where did I take that? Yes? Anyone? I think you might have written one
Study of
definition
numbers.
also.
Study of numbers related to selected facts in a
Study
systematic
of
form. Numbers relating to selected facts in a systematic form.
in systematic form. Okay. It is applicable in different subjects. What all subject, or it is used in different subjects? What are they?
Psychology,
Hmm.
accounting,
Hmm.
physics.
Physics. Okay. Only that much? Just 1 minute. Let me open that. Okay. Are using the statistics. Statistics deal with collection, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data in the presentation of numerical data. Then it has the quantitative and qualitative data. After collecting the data, what are we doing? We are representing that in the, what are we doing after the collection of data?
Represent it in tabular or graphical.
Yeah, it will be presented in tabular, diagrammatic, and the graphic forms. After that, what are we doing? Krishnakanti, can you tell?
Numerical indices.
We are using numerical indices. For examples, I told you. Can you tell that example?
Mean, median, and mode.
Not only that, various things are there. Correlation, standard deviation, like that, many are there that will be used, and we will summarize the data. After that, we will be analyzing that, interpreting it. Okay, so till there I told you. And here, statistics are very important for solving the economic problems. First thing, efforts are made, what are the causes behind an economic problem. Once the causes are identified, what they will do, they will formulate certain policies how to tackle that. Now, here, an example they have given related to the economic facts. Just 1 minute. Yes. So statistics, it helps when economic facts are expressed in statistical terms, it becomes exact. Okay, one example they have given in your textbook. 300 people died in one. So if I touch the screen, it will go off. Okay, 300 people died in an earthquake. So you got an exact number here. Okay. Other example, what they have given, hundreds of people died in the earthquake. So one is exact one, another one is like vague one. You are not getting a clear idea how many people died in that. So this data can be presented in that way also, but statistics when we use, it gives you a clear picture, or it gives you a clear idea what numbers are there actually. So one example, what they are showing related to the economic facts, when we bring that in statistics, what are you getting? It becomes exact here. So exact facts are more convincing than the vague facts. That one example only I told you related to that. Next one, statistics also helps in condensing the mass data into few numerical measures. That is what I told you before, income of a people in one area. If 1,000 people are there, it is very difficult to remember all the income of these people. So what are we doing there? We are summarizing that into one, or we are bringing that into a smaller one. So this is, you can see like if you take the average of that particular income of people in that particular area, we can say that on an average, we are taking, or this is the income of this people. Okay, one average you might have studied in 10th standard related to the income of the country. What is that?
GDP.
It is GDP, is it?
Right.
Income of the country. One average you have studied related to income. What is that average in 10th standard economics?
Income.
Yes, per capita income. How are we getting that per capita income? How are we getting that? Huh? How do we get per capita income? Nobody knows?
Total income by population.
Total income by population, that is the average here. Okay, for example, if 10,000 is the per capita income, what does it mean? If 10,000 is the average income of a particular country, what do you mean by that? Put it in another words and say.
It is the average income earned by the people in a given area.
That means somewhat almost all the people in that particular country, they earn 10,000 rupees. That is what it means, right? Okay, so here we are not measuring, we are not remembering, or we are not taking, we are taking the income of everyone, but we are not keeping that in our mind. We are reducing that data into very small one, or into an one numerical in this here. Okay, so that we can see related to the, or statistics helps in that. Condensing mass data means what now? What do you mean by condensing mass data?
Simplifying a large amount of
Simplifying
data.
the large into small. So we are reducing that big data into few numerical measures. That is done with the help of statistics. Okay, next one. Statistics is used to find the relationship between different economic factors. For example, demand and supply. Demand and supply means what now? What is demand, you know? Yes? Demand and supply means what? Demand means what?
The people's need.
People's need, or we can say at a given price, how much the people will demand. And what do you mean by supply?
Distribution.
Is it distribution? Supply means what?
To give.
Supply in the sense how much the producers will supply the produced goods in the market. Okay. Now here there is a relationship between price and demand. There is a relationship between demand and supply. Now that relationship we will be studying with the help of statistics, or statistics will help in finding the relationship between different economic factors. For example, if we say that if the price of rice is 10 rupees. Okay. Now, if it is increased, when the price is increasing to 50 rupees, what will happen to the demand? What will happen? The price was 10 rupees for rice. It is increased to 50 rupees. What will happen? What will happen to demand? Okay, rice you leave it. I will bring something else. Okay, chocolates. Price of one chocolate is 10 rupees. That has increased to 50 rupees. So what will happen to your demand for that particular chocolate? It will increase or decrease?
Decrease.
It will
Decrease.
decrease. Okay, so here this relationship we can study easily with the help of statistics. If these numbers are not there, we can't say properly whether it is decreasing, increasing, all these things we can't say. That is why we say that statistics always help in understanding the relationship between the economic factors. Another one you can see, it helps in predicting the changes in one economic factor. For example, if I am investing 1 lakh of money in the business, okay, I am not getting investment means what? Investment is done for what purpose? Yes, why do we do investment?
Profit.
Why? To get the profit. Okay, so if I am doing investment of 1 lakh today, in the future, what is the amount of profit I am going to get? So that is a relation. Today today we are doing something, and in the future, what is going to happen? So statistics help us in prediction also. Prediction means what now? I hope you understood the meaning of prediction. What do you mean by prediction? What will happen in the future that can be told before. Okay, so if I'm investing 1 lakh rupees in something, I have a calculation that, okay, after 5 years, I will be getting this much amount of profit for me. That is a calculation, or that is a prediction, or that is what we expect that we will be getting this much money. So this relation also will be explained with the help of statistics, or statistics helps in explaining or helps in predicting the relationship between the economic factors here. So here, if one factor changed in today, some factor changes in today's, and what will happen in the future, that changes will be explained clearly by with the help of statistics. Okay, now take your textbook, page number 6. Page number 6. I mean statistics book, okay? In that last paragraph, take that. Take the last paragraph. And that's something they have given regarding the prediction. Just read that. Read that. Something they have given related to the prediction. Those who have the textbook, you can. Otherwise, one person can read. Alan Shibu. Alan Shibu is sleeping, I feel. Yes or no? Anish, are you there?
Ma'am, I don't have textbook.
You don't have textbook. Okay. Then who is having? Akshay, do you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you read that last paragraph which is given in the page number 6? So some relation they are talking in that.
Sometimes formulation of plans and policies
Ah,
requires the knowledge of future trends.
okay.
For example, an economic
What do you mean by
planner-
that? When to know we have to, some policies when we are taking or when we implement, what will happen in the future? That will be, future trends will be discussed with the help of statistics. Okay, example what they have given.
For example, an economic planner has to decide in 2017 how much of the economy should produce in 2020.
Okay, so what is the decision? I mean, what are they thinking now? How much they should produce in the future? So how much they should produce in the future, to know that what they should know? Anyone? Okay, how much of a rice should be produced in 2025 to decide that what we should see now, present what we should see? Anyone? We
The
need to
farming methods.
Is it farming methods?
No, not only farming methods, like the investments they should put in right now to get it 3
Okay,
years
see, for
later.
example, no, for that, before that, we should know something. What is that? See, whether they should, see, I didn't tell that whether they should increase the production or decrease the production. Nothing that I told. The production of rice, how it should be in 2025, whether it should be increased or whether it should be decreased. How they will take the decision. By seeing what they will take the decision. Always it will be increase only, but on what basis they will take the decision?
The current production.
Current production. Do they need to see the current production?
The current amount of producing.
Current amount. See, for example, in an economy, maybe the people, they want 100 kg of rice. But whether if they are producing only 80 kg of rice, whether you have to see current production or current demand or consumption. We have to see the current consumption. Current consumption in the sense, it's not only this year's consumption. What we have to see, maybe this year, last year, or the year before last year, how much was the consumption, that we have to take. Then we have to see, we have to predict in the future, okay, this year it was 100 kg of rice, maybe previous year it was 80 kg, before that maybe 60 kg. What we have to see, they may average it and they tell that, okay, in future they have to produce maybe 150 kg of rice. Like that they will predict, or they will plan it like that. That is what they have given there. Just continue reading now. In other words, somebody was reading, right? Who was that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, read.
In other words, one must know what could be expected. One must know what could be expected
Level
of consumption in 2020 in order to decide the production plan of the economy of 2020.
Economy of 2020. That means when we are deciding, when we are planning now for this year, or we are thinking that in future how much it should be, because that those years what they have given, it is of previous years, 2017, like that they have given. So they have to see 2017, 2016, 2015, then they should plan that 2020 how much they should produce. So like that kind of decision when we take, it involves statistics. What kind of statistics is that now? What are we taking? How much we are consuming? What is the quantity of consumption that we are taking? So there comes the use of statistics. Okay, now next one. Now, so my goodness, sometimes this gets stuck in between. It is something that they are going on telling the same thing in this whole chapter. Okay, so don't get bored also now. From the beginning, what I was telling, the same thing is going on till the last. Okay, so what is the use of statistics? The first one, it is to analyze the economic problems. What are the economic problems in our country? Few examples they have given. Not only in our country, anywhere if you see, few examples are given. What is that? Rising prices. What do you call for this? There is a situation we call for this rising prices. Any idea what is that? When the prices are going on increasing, what do you call for that situation? Anyone? Any idea? Prices are going on increasing. Anyone? No, I think you might have not studied. Have you heard about inflation? Have you heard this particular term? Yes or no? At least tell that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, some of you heard, some of you don't know. Inflation, in the sense, it is a situation where the prices are going on increasing. Okay, so that is an economic problem, because it's not easy that when the prices are going on like anything, it should be controlled. The prices should be controlled. So that is an economic problem. So they have to find out what are the reasons for it. Then they have to come to a solution. So one economic problem, rising prices. Another one, growing population. What is the problem if we have growing population? What is the problem otherwise if population is increasing? Yes. What is the problem?
More demand and not enough resources.
Yeah, more and more demand, and you know the speciality of resources. Sorry, resources are scarce and it can be used for various purposes. So what happens if population is going on increasing? What will happen to the resource? The demand will be like it will go on increasing. Resources are not at all available for that. Okay. Next one, it is given unemployment. Unemployment means what now? What is unemployment? This you might have learned. What is unemployment? Unemployment.
Lack of employment.
Lack of employment. Very good answer, but I want an explanation.
When there's not enough jobs to satisfy.
Yes, when there are, one person is willing to do the work, but he is not getting the job. Okay, so that situation we call it as unemployment. So that is also an economic problem. So all these things to analyze. What is poverty now? What is poverty? I want somebody else to answer. Pranav, what do you mean by poverty?
Lack of resources.
Is it lack of resources? Poverty of a person. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Poverty, I think you have studied in 9th standard or something, right? Yes or no? Anish, can you tell what do you mean by poverty?
Ma'am, when we don't have enough resource to satisfy our need.
When we don't have enough resources to satisfy our need, is it that poverty?
Ma'am, when we can't afford.
When we can't afford, or you can say that we are being in a state of, or we are poor, we are not able to satisfy the needs, that is correct. But there is a situation that the rich people also are not able to satisfy all their wants. So we can't say that is poverty. There is a limit of income. With that, we can buy all the necessary goods. So when we are not having that limit of income to buy even the necessary things in our life, we come in the category of poor people. Okay, so that is a problem. We have to analyze that also. That also come under statistics, or with the help of statistics, we analyze all these problems. Another one, again coming to that, to find measures that can solve such problems. How can we solve that particular problems? This is what the second use of statistics, what we can see in the economics. Next one, to evaluate the impact of such policies in solving the economic problems. To evaluate the impact of such policies in the sense, when we take some policies, what effect it has on the particular problem. Okay, poverty, to reduce poverty. Is there any program or anything, do you remember?
Yeah, to create more employment opportunities and
Yeah, some programs are introduced. Do you remember the name of that? Anyone? You have learned this. Some to generate employment is correct, but there's a particular program which is introduced by the government to generate employment. What is that? NREGA, you might have heard. Yes or no? So that NREGA is introduced to solve which problem? What problem is that? What NREGA means what full form, do you know?
National Rural Employment.
Yes, National
Guarantee.
Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Okay, so that is solving which problem?
Unemployment.
Unemployment, and at the same time poverty also, because if you are employed, you will be getting or you will be earning money, so that this problem will be solved. So that is what they have given to evaluate the impact of such policies. When you introduce some policies, what is the effect of that policy on that particular problem? That is what next one. And the last one, to make proper decision, or we say that statistics helps in making proper decision, or it will be helpful in it will be helpful in making proper decision in solving the problems, or in taking the decisions, or in creating a proper what is the atmosphere in the economy, so that economy will be towards the development. So these are the main things you can see in this chapter. Just a simple definition regarding statistics, how it helps in economics, that is what they have given. These two chapters doesn't have much weightage. Whichever I taught you in microeconomics, that is also an introduction. This chapter is also just an introduction. Okay, it doesn't have much weightage, but just a basic thing what they are telling related to that. This can be used in economics. That's all. Okay, now let me take the attendance. Just 1 minute. It is early now. Yes. Abdul Aman is present or not? Somebody please check in between. Present or absent? Absent, right? Okay. Alan Thomas Shibu? Is he
Yes, ma'am.
present?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Helen Burgess? No. Absent. Anish, present.
Present, ma'am.
Aparna, present.
Present, ma'am.
Krishna Kanti, present. Krishna Nunni, absent. Naveen. Naveen, absent. Naveen, absent. Nestle, absent. Akshay, present. Pavitra, present. Pranav, present. Rahul Ramesh, absent, right? Absent. Sayuja, absent. Vinay Verghese, Vinay is present?
Present, ma'am.
Okay, present. Vishnu, absent. Roseanne, absent. Abhiram, absent. Abhijit, absent. Abhilash, present. Amal, absent. Basuri, absent. What happened to C-section children? All majority are absent. Kevin, absent. Omar, absent. Sanam, Sanam, previous period he was there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This period absent. Sandra, absent. Okay, then, so we will start a new chapter in the next session. And please, Anish, prepare for on Monday for this seminar. You all will be getting chance for doing the seminar. Okay, so maybe 5 minutes or something. That's enough. I'm not going to use a whole period for the seminar and all. 5 minutes. You speak what is that particular topic and finish it off. That's all. That's enough. Okay. So I hope no doubt in that particular area. Anish went or what?
No, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay. I thought as soon as attendance is over, gone. Okay, then thank you. It's